Hello, ghosts and ghouls. Welcome to episode 2 of Nightingale Hour. As we get closer to Halloween, we bring you another episode of spooky stories and scary tales. I'm April,
And I'm Camille.
and this is the Nightingale Hour. So, tonight I will be telling y'all the story of these haunted San Antonio tracks.
Mm.
Have you heard of that story?
Yeah, vaguely when I
Right.
was younger.
I know it's like a huge attraction with a lot of people that go down there. So the story behind it, which is really weird whenever I was doing the research on it, like it was very back and forth. So the story behind it is that one day, a bus driver was taking home his route of kids and whatever, and as they were passing over the tracks, this was in like, let me see. This was in like the early mid 1930s. So it was
Wow.
yeah. So I don't think they had the little things that close off the tracks. Anyway, so the bus driver went over the tracks, and as he was going over, he hit the train hit the bus, killing the driver and the children. So some stories say it was 10 people that were killed, so like 9 kids and the bus driver, and some say that it was like 30.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't really find a definite like which was which, because there was several stories that said it was 10, several stories that said it was 30, but there was also several like articles that said that never happened. So I don't know if somebody was like trying to cover it up or maybe like get less attraction to the area, because I mean if that was my baby and people were using that as an attraction to
the money.
Yeah. Or not even the money, but just like basically disturbing the grounds where, these babies passed. But yeah, so the story goes that you go to the tracks at night and you park your car on the tracks, and then you get out, sprinkle baby powder on the back, and then yeah, and then get back in your car, put it in neutral, and the children will help push your car over the tracks to keep you from experiencing the same fate that they did. Yeah. And then whenever you get out, or like I guess whenever you get over the tracks, the car stops moving. And whenever you get out and look at the back of your car, you can see like handprints and stuff from the children where they supposedly like, yeah.
So when I was younger, and I'm gonna say like 7 or 8, I remember going to San Antonio, and there's like a vague memory of doing something like that, but I don't remember if we saw hands or if we didn't see hands. I don't remember any of that, but I remember doing something like that.
Right.
I was so little, so
yeah, I know. I think I was around the same age, like 7 or 8, whenever we did that. And of course, like I went over in our last episode, like my family just likes to scare the children for whatever reason. So, but yeah, some people even say that they can like hear their voices or feel their presence as they're out there. So I mean, me as I guess what you would consider sensitive. I don't know if it was fear, it was that, but I definitely was very uneasy going out there. I remember being and feeling uneasy, and of course, like the adults that I was with were like rolling down the windows and stuff, so I was like losing my mind.
Oh my gosh.
They're so mean to us.
Yeah, I remember putting baby powder like on the trunk and like try to do it on the side because like to see. I can't remember if we had prints or not. I think I would remember that, but I've slept since then. So
Right. Um, I definitely remember getting to, like, the hotel and waking up the next morning and seeing prints on the car,
Mhm.
but I don't I don't know if that was just one of the adults that we were with that.
Right, that's the whole thing. But, if you guys ever, people from San Antonio, if you visited San Antonio, if you've done this, definitely comment down below and let us know. Send pictures if you got pictures. That'd be awesome.
I did pictures, but of, like, handprints on the back of cars, and, of course, like, these pictures were a lot older. Like, I'm talking, like, 60s, 70s, like,
Mm.
so the pictures are, like, either in black and white or, like, orange and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think it'd definitely be really interesting to get, like, a EMF reader or something like that out there.
We should do that.
Or one thing that, like, it's always captured my interest is, having the headphones and having, like, the white noise running while, like, the other
Yes.
person asks
Mhm.
questions and you answer with
Yeah.
whatever you hear. That
Mhm.
would be really cool
I would
too.
love to do that too.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to see that, please let us know. Either way, we're gonna do it, but let us know. Oh, you see that? Like she's down. She's down. Beautiful face. She's down.
Um, let me see. So there is another incident, that is similar to this in, Alma, Arkansas. It's called Gravity Hill. So, the story behind that, is that I guess a family's car broke down, and while they were on the side of the road broken down, either trying to fix whatever or waiting for help or anything like that, a truck driver came and hit them and demised all of them,
Oh my god.
like the whole family. And so it said that if you go and park your car at the bottom of the hill, put it in neutral, it'll start moving upwards.
Upwards?
Upwards.
Oh, see now I was gonna say now if you're going downhill, gravity, it's gonna end up pushing you down anyway. But if
Yeah.
you're going uphill,
Yeah. It goes uphill. I actually
boogie.
let me see. I think I have a video to show you.
Mm.
I see
Video evidence.
video evidence.
I love video evidence. She has to go in her archives.
So, okay, so she's driving. She stopped at the bottom, put it in neutral. And then he's going to get out of the car.
Why is he getting out of the car?
Car's in neutral.
So the video that we're watching is by it's on TikTok and
It's by Travis. If you look up Gravity Hill, it'll come up.
Yeah.
I'll probably link the TikTok video as
Oh
well.
yeah, do that.
So, but yeah, so I seen that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Oh.
You know, I definitely do, I don't know your stance on it, but I definitely do feel that whenever a person goes out in a very violent way,
Mhm.
which I mean, I would consider a car accident violent.
Yeah, because it's
I do believe that that trauma sticks with the soul and, depending on the person.
I mean, imagine the trauma that you go through
Yeah.
today, and then imagine that being your death.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah. And, but yeah, so hopefully, one of these days we'll go on, some ghosty adventures and do the EMF reader and the headphones and stuff like that.
Definitely gonna find a budget for all of that.
Jeez. What? Like and share. Like and share.
Anyway.
Help us. You can donate too. That's cool.
Yeah, you can definitely donate. But so mine is The Legend of the Black-Eyed Children. Done.
So they intrigue me, but they freak me out. I've only read a few things on them, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
You read ahead?
No.
Oh no.
I've done my own research in the past.
Oh yeah.
And just from like the few things that I've read, I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm. So people call them BEKs, which is just Black Eyed Kids. And it's a modern urban legend because it was actually reported in the 1990s.
Oh, okay.
So there's this guy named Bethel, and this is like the first encounter. This is how it started. And this was in Abilene, Texas. People from Abilene, let us know. But his name's Bethel, and he worked at a news station, and he was out in his car by the news station, I guess, that was right next to a mall that had a movie theater in it. And Bethel was writing a check and minding his own damn business, and suddenly he felt like weird, and he saw these two kids walk up, and they were wearing like hoodies, normal stuff. Okay, normal stuff. So, he rolls down his window, and the kids are like, "Hey, can you give us a ride to my mom's house? We need money to go see the new movie." I think it was Mortal Kombat is what the movie was. And he was like, okay, like,
like in the 90s, like that, like Stranger Danger wasn't a thing. Not as much as it
bad
is
as
now.
Yeah. But he was like, well, you're gonna miss it anyway.
Right.
Because Bethel thought it was weird because it was already been showing for 45 minutes now.
Oh.
So there should have been no reason why they're asking right now.
Right, to go see it.
To go get a ride.
Maybe they were going to see the next showing.
Anyway, so Bethel was like, yeah, I would, but you're about to miss the movie anyway.
Right.
Even by the time we get back, it would already be done.
Right.
And it was a late night. So
it's like already dark.
It's already dark. It's already done.
Oh.
Like there should have been another showing, I guess.
Right.
So the kids were like, "Oh, well, why aren't you letting us in? Like, we don't have a gun or anything. Like, just saying weird off the wall stuff like that. We're just a bunch of kids." And he said that one of them, like, spoke oddly. Like he wasn't, like he was trying too hard to match
a child.
No, like trying to match the way the kids talked then. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So, and then when he like actually like leaned in and took a good look at them, he saw that they had no sclera, no pupil, just pure fucking black. And he said, "I put that thing in reverse." And
he booked it out of there.
He went out of here. Yeah, he said goodbye. So, and he said that through the whole time he was looking in his rearview mirror, and that the kids were trying to like bang on his door, like, "You have to let us in. We can't go. We can't do it if you can't let." Yeah. "You have to let us in. We can't do it. We can't do it without you letting us in." And he was just so scared. And when he was like going like way further away from the kids, he could still see them. And then boom, they were gone.
So it's like vampire rules. They have to be invited in.
I guess so, yeah. But people in Abilene have been reporting that for a very long time.
Really?
Right after that. So apparently he had went, and it was like a personal message that he had like a personal message. It's like a personal group message that he was like, "Hey, this freaky thing happened to me." And he doesn't understand how it came about and how it got leaked out. Because once it got leaked out, like the story, it was like they called it mass hysteria.
Right.
Everybody just started freaking out and saying,
Right.
"Oh, I saw this," and "Oh,
Right,
this has
like what I
happened to
was
me."
telling you in our last segment that like, people back in that time on like would say, "Oh no, I saw it too, it happened to
Mhm.
me too," and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing is that, um, in the UK, they've seen it too.
Mm,
But in this story, when it was reported, so there was a lady and she was out for a walk with her kid,
right.
and there was this little girl. She was crying, she was covering her eyes, and she's crying, okay? So of course, as a mother, you're like, "There's this child, like, what's
Yeah,
wrong?"
yeah.
So she goes up to her, she tells her kid, "Stay right here." She goes up to the kid, "Hey, like, what's going on? What's wrong?" And when the kid, like, went like this, she did it halfway, and she saw that she had no sclera, no pupil. She
And this was in the UK
mhm, she turned around, grabbed her child,
and
and
took off.
booked it. And ever since then, people have been reporting sightings as well
So
too.
are they still reporting them today?
From what I read, yeah, people to this day are still finding, even if it's like it's the same type of thing. It's that you get an eerie feeling
Right.
walking up to them or them walking up to you.
Right, and that's what I read too, is that you get like a feeling of doom.
Yeah. And with children, it's odd because children are very peaceful. I mean, for people who love children, they're very peaceful and they have a bright energy about
Right,
them.
right.
So when you come across children that give you that
Scare you,
you're just
yeah.
like, it's really off-putting.
Right.
So so all these sightings are saying that, and then that they're coming up to their doors and asking to like use the
Oh,
phone
yeah.
and stuff like that. Stuff that children innocently would probably ask.
Yeah.
But when these people ask like other questions, then they push and they push and they push.
Mhm.
And then that's when it comes like,
Yeah.
why are you pushing so hard to get in my
So whenever they
house?
first come up to you, you don't see them with the black eyes, or
I don't know. I'm guessing it's not really like because it's always at night,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
It's always at night, and I think that shadiness
Mhm.
that they just don't really see it very well. And then when they do notice, it's like, oh,
Yeah, I think God, it was so long ago that I read about them. But I think I read one where they like as they're asking, they're kind of like
yeah, with their head down.
looking down. And then I think another one that I read was that they kind of put you like in a trance
Hmm.
so that you don't notice.
Yeah.
Because I think those are the two things that I read about them.
And that they speak. Another thing is that they speak like they're from a different time.
Right. Like an older time.
Yeah. And that like they try too hard to match
The children
the
today.
children today,
Yeah.
and that it just doesn't match well. I think that's what Bethel was like.
Yeah, like
Why is he
something,
why
yeah,
is he
like something's
talking
up.
like that? Like, and that's what made him go and
And
look.
look, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then so that, and it's always the ages between 6 and 16, which I think is funny. But it's 6 and 16. So it's just like,
Yeah.
my thing is like,
So do you think do you think it's like a paranormal thing or
so
like
people
demons, or do you think it's like aliens?
see, that's what people have been, it's a big thing that people are wondering if they're extraterrestrial or demonic,
Right.
and which line do they fall in. And I'm wondering what you guys think. Where do you think that they fall in?
I mean, surely if they were demonic, they wouldn't, I mean, if they really wanted it,
Yeah, if they really wanted,
if
they
they
would
were
have.
demonic,
Right. So you're thinking more
extraterrestrial.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because like, why would an extraterrestrial need permission to come in? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how demon rules work, but that is not my forte. So, um, Yeah, man. No, I remember reading about those. I think it was like in my early 20s, and it scared the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of me, and I was like, "Oh my god," you know, like
Yeah.
like what would I do if that happened?
What would you do right now if they just came up to you?
Dude, I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe in my home though.
That's true.
Like, what do you do? No, sorry, you can't come in. And they're gonna sit out there.
What if they just? I don't know.
What about my dog? What if the window's cracked? Like, you know,
Why you be having your windows cracked?
I have an AC unit.
Oh, well, that's true. Ugh, just imagine, like, you know how, like, on the AC units they have that, like, crack on the side?
That's what I'm talking
What if you
about.
just see their hands, like, or they're, like,
oh my
like
god,
this?
no!
You just see me? The scariest thing.
Right there.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
It's okay. I think you're all right.
I think about this stuff daily.
Oh my god. You just torture yourself, really?
I do. Daily. Because I like to torture myself. So, anyway. Yeah. So, that is our segment for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. We are taking listener stories. If you have ghost stories or experiences or anything like that, feel free to send them on to us. You can reach us through Facebook, Instagram, or you can email us at nightingalehour@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or if you know us personally, just, I don't know, text us or something.
Or you can comment down below.
Yeah, that too. I didn't think about that. So, yeah, that's it. Our next episode, we'll be covering the Santa Fe apartments, specifically the incident with apartment 2F or F2, one of those. You get the point. And the Meridian Apartments. If you're native to Midland, you know that there's been a lot of weird things going on there. I have some intel about some things that are going on over there.
I do too. So I have friends and stuff that have lived in those apartments, and I myself have lived in those apartments. The Santa Fe, she has intel on hers. It's going to be very interesting, so definitely tune in then.
So thank you again for joining us with the Nightingale Hour.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Spooky.